Hi everybody, it's Nicolas Dorier, and it's a small video to explain you some improvements in the workflow for merchant, and especially for will make your accountant very happy. So first, when you go in your wallet transaction list, you will see a new thing appearing, two new columns. You will see the transaction fee column, which is a transaction fee at the time of the transaction in your wallet. And you will see also the rates at the time when you receive the transaction. This rate, if the transaction is attached to the invoice, it will be the same rate as the invoice. If not, then it will be just the rate at the time the invoice has been received. Second, you can see that there is a new button here, reporting, that you can easily click. It will go to the wallet reporting, and you already probably saw this report before, but then the interesting thing is that now you can see as well the rate information, the free rate, and the fee of every transaction in the wallet in this report. While I'm here, you can see that the user interface of the reports are changed. So before it was a drop down here, now it's like a tabs. So it's way more easy to understand, and sometime when it was taking time to load, like you would not exactly understand what's going on. Now like the UX is way clearer, so I hope you will like it. We also rethought from the ground up the report concerning invoices. Lots of column has been renamed. If you were using the old report, there is a plugin that will release that for the invoice legacy invoice report, if you really needed it for your old workflow. But if you don't, we advise you to migrate to this new data, and basically it's the same data as before, except rename with a better terminology. But most important is that you will find the rate information here. And there is something as well that I'm sure you will like. It's in this report, all the metadata of all the invoices will be exported. So for example, if I create a new point of sale, we don't really care. It's just for testing. I create a new point of sale. I will take the one by default. I will go there. I will create a new, I will buy for some tea, whatever. If I go back in the report of my invoices, you will see that you have a new column that appear that is the item code of what I just bought. But actually, it's not because it's a point of sale and you see the item codes as a column. Every metadata in your invoice, and metadata can be arbitrarily complex, will appear in those columns. So another example is if you create, for example, a form. So let's see, I will create, I go in my wallet, in my store, I will create a new form, and I will say, I don't know, t-shirt, test, whatever. I will ask, for example, some information like an address, email, whatever. Like I just take a default form. You can add any other field that you want. It doesn't matter. And so imagine that now in my point of sale, I attach this form. So the one I just created here. So user buy. Now we will have this form to fill out. So imagine my email. I'm living in Afghanistan, of course. So the interesting thing is that now in this report, actually we will see all the fields that has been added to your to the metadata invoices, and the fields can be arbitrary complex. It doesn't really matter. It can be, for example, a t-shirt size, a t-shirt color. It can be whatever you want. So I think lots of merchants wanted this, and it has been done. Last and not the least has been the support for Miniscript. So it's a kind of esoteric features, but I think that some people will like it. So some wallets have very complicated spending condition for their wallet. For example, in Yana, you can have a very complex spending condition depending on several multisig and some expiration. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, just go to Yana documentation and you will see what this wallet is offering. But the point is, those wallets in general, you can go in wallet and see a very complicated, what we call the wallet descriptor, that can be very complicated. Now you can easily copy those complicated wallet descriptor and import it directly into BTCPay Server. So if I go, for example, I created a new store for that. If I created a new wallet, you go to enter extended public key, and here you copy paste your descriptor that you got. And basically, it will just import the same wallet as you have in your Liana wallet. So for example, if you can see that those addresses here are the same that are generated here. So this one, LXR, it's the same as this one. And so basically, you will receive directly from your BTCPay server to those more complicated wallet with more complicated spending rules. Another feature that I'm sure that you will like, it's inside your server settings. You go inside your store settings. You can specify additional rates that you need to track. So for example, in the BTCPay Foundation, on our side, we're interested into the USD and GPY, let's say. Actually, I don't have to reput USD because it's already my default currency. But when I'm doing this, it means that BTCPay server will also track the rates of the currency you're interested in. So for example, if I add this one and I create a new invoice, and I go inside reporting of my invoice, or I could simply I will pay my invoice here. You will see that you have an additional column that tracks the GPY rates of the transaction. And you can also see it inside the column of the invoice report. You can see it here. You can also see it in the report of your wallet transaction here. And I think it's very nice improvement for your accountants. Okay, that's about it. I hope you like those new features, and I really think that it will save you lots of time for your accountant and your accounting in general. Yeah, enjoy and let us know how you think about it.